I muted. No! God damn it. Alright, once again. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition of the Tenacious Turtle Tussle, week number 22. Oh my god, your bi-weekly dose of Cranky, Ducklings, StarCraft. Just quickly going over it once again. This event is on the PTR, as have all of our events have been over the past couple of weeks. Not just our events, but many other open cups as well. So welcome one, welcome all to the PTR, to the new map pool as well. If you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves, exclamation mark B in the chat to have a look at the brackets. We'll be going over it after the initial series. For now, we have the South Korean Zerg player is threepoint, and in the top right hand corner we have the Peruvian Protoss, the blue Protoss player. It is Mute. Here we go. Oh my god. Going to be loading into ley lines here, at least initially. As a reminder, again, we are on the PTR. The PTR has also been patched as of yesterday. There were some login issues negatively affecting a lot of players. It was all over the forums, and thankfully, it looks like those issues have been resolved. So now we will not have anywhere near as many walkovers. We won't have anywhere near as many issues coming into the tournament. Do love to see it. And now we can embrace our ZvP. Meanwhile, oh my god, Mute's opening a forge? That I was not expecting. It's gonna be a Gate Cyber Forge opener here. I mean, it was a 15 pool opener out of 3-point. It was an earlier pool, earlier Lings. Lings have arrived, but a Forge response feels a little bit drastic here, considering the 3-point is joining up behind this. I mean, I say that, more Lings are on the way. Additional Lings are moving out across the map. He's going for the Cyber Core. Cyber Core's under threat. Zealot has arrived. But alas, Mute, he is in a bit of trouble here, and this Cyber Core is under threat. Second Zealot has popped out. With 2 Zealots, he should be able to hold his own. Should be able to. Does get a couple of swipes in. Oh. Does manage to get a couple of swipes in here, and it looks like he should be able to deal with some of these Lings. Cyber Core gets low, but the Zealots, all they do, almost get surrounded. 1 Zealot goes down, 2nd Zealot goes down, Adept has popped out, and it looks like Mute will hold. Mute will hold, Mute, he will clean this up. Oh my god, no, the Cyber Core, no! Oh my god, just barely with 2 Lings left over, the Cyber Core goes down, massive pickoff. Cannon is finishing up, but the cannon was a waste. Again, there is nothing left for it to do, and the expansion is heavily delayed. Mute's behind this, going for a Stargate opener, 2nd pylon here on the low ground, no Nexus whatsoever. Mute is falling behind. It's a big delay here on the natural expansion. Meanwhile, back across the map, 3-point droning, just happily droning up, saturating his bases. On the one hand, yes, his saturation was delayed, but it is worth it because of how heavily delayed the Nexus is. So 3-point is taking the better economy. Likewise, no gases yet for 3-point. Remember, this was a gasless opener. Because of that, link speed is going to be delayed, and 3-point may just embrace roach play as a result. As he's building up Spore Crawlers, getting more Queens, again, he's fully aware of the opener of choice. He does spot the Oracle that's on the way. 3-point is getting ready for that. As the Oracle has a lot of work to do. There's a lot of pressure on this Oracle to get some damage done, as it does move out. I see someone in the chat asking about the finals of Eric versus Master. For those who do not know, last night we were casting, or yesterday morning we were casting Eric versus Master in the Code for Giants Cup finals. Alas, it was interrupted and will be casted later on after this broadcast later tonight. Or again, later today, I should say. Unfortunately, it did actually coincide with our event. Did kind of cross into it, did overlap, so we'll be able to jump into it later on instead, is the plan. Also, as I dive into game 1 and as the Oracle struggles to find damage in the main, I want to give a big shout out to Baby Links in the chat as well. Thank you so much for resubscribing for 30 months. I can't believe it's been that long, like, it's crazy. But thank you so much for the support, as always. Did resubscribe during the countdown screen as we were getting into our tournament. Meanwhile, the Oracle is deflected. We can see Mute behind this, going for a Twilight Council, additional gateways, setting up for, I would imagine, with the Forge on the way, this could either be Blink or +1. But again, Mute, his natural was delayed, and there is still no third. No third expansion. Void Ray Oracle moves out. Heads towards the third. So far, 3-point, he does have the tools to defend. It is going to be Glaives, actually. I wasn't quite expecting that, especially with Forge and with +1. Glaives was really not on my mind, but okay, it is going to be a Glaive that followed. I mean, this makes sense in the sense that Mute has to get some damage done. He needs to get across the map. He is behind. And we'll see what he can get done. Meanwhile, 3-point, he responds with a Baneling Nest. It's going to be Lingbane here from 3-point. +1 melee on the way, so 3-point is just embracing his Lingbane composition. And yeah, again, still looking quite comfortable here. He does spot the third. We'll see if Mute can hold on to it. See if he can hold on. As more lings are amassing, 3-point moving out. Something that we didn't really get to talk about the map itself, and we can't really talk about the map either, as, I mean, the lings are already here. What I was going to say is that typically this is one of the more defendable maps in the map pool. There's a lot of ramps, a lot of choke points, but because of the momentum that 3-point has early on, yeah, the third is just not going to finish. It's just not going to happen. Does force a cancel. Adepts are still building up. Glaives still on the way. And the Banelings are just waddling in. Yeah, they don't even care. They're going for the pylons. 2 pylons go down. Cannon as well. We're busting into the mineral line. And Lings, they flood in into the natural. Banelings are waddling into the main. I mean, the Adepts, they can hold their own, but they're not quite in position. That's going to be 18 probe kills and massive connections in the main base. Oh my god, 31 probes. And Mute, he just wasn't able to get into his own game. Again, the initial pool timing, the initial 15 pool just did so much damage. Did game-ending damage, and it's been Mute trying to recover from there. The wall is still wide open. Lings, they keep flooding in. The wall is... It's not a wall, papi. Oracles will deflect the Lings initially, and hey, there is a third on the way, but Mute is down to 10 probes. 10 workers left here in the main base. Nothing at the natural, nothing at the third. The third gets cancelled, and it's all or nothing. Adepts are moving out across the map. They can trade well against Lings, but there's still so many of them. Yeah, Lings, they come in first round. This is not the most efficient trade for 3 points, but he's trading nonetheless. GG gets called, and 3 points takes game number 1. GG. Does take the first game. Again, just gained a lot of momentum early on, and Mute was never able to really recover after the early game. The game was almost dictated by the initial Ling aggression and Ling flood of 3-point to snipe the Cybercore and to delay the natural expansion. It was a brutal start, and Mute just was stumbling his way into the mid-game. We'll see if he can recover here in Game 2. Another exciting thing about this series as well is that 3-point is actually playing StarCraft. He's actually playing StarCraft 2, I should say. I was even messaging him in the lead up to this series, like, oh my god, you're actually playing. What I mean by that, for those that are familiar with StarCraft Evolution, is that 3-point, he is one of the stronger players in StarCraft Evolution. He does play it very consistently, is always competing in the Open Cups. He's going to be competing in the Fall Championship next week as well. So 3-point has been putting in a lot of work, at least when it comes to that StarCraft mod. Less so in SC2. He's still a good player, don't get me wrong. He's still a good player, but he has been playing it less and less, which is why I was pleasantly surprised to see him here in this bracket. Now, because 3-point is a little bit rough around the edges when it comes to StarCraft 2, I would not be surprised if he does end up opening up in such an aggressive fashion more often than not. We'll see though. We shall see. Next map is going to be on next game is going to be on Snowpiercer. Ooh, the largest map when it comes to the new introduced maps in the map pool. And can we embrace a longer game state as spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Snowpiercer once again? Going to be cancelling that initial egg, cancelling the initial units, and do we go for the 12 pool? Looks like we will. It's going to be another 12 pool. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg. For Hyper 1, it is 3-point. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Peruvian Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless. It is Mute. Going to be another 12 pool here from 3-point. Again, he went for the exact same opener in game number 1. Now, what I will say is that this will hit a little bit later on this map because of the rush distance by ground. I did mention before, Snowpiercer is, I would say, the largest new map in the map pool. Very long rush distance by ground. Oh my god, but we're not just going for the 12 pool. This time, 3-point also moves out with a drone. He's going for the proxy hatch. Going for the proxy hatch as well. Mute likewise moving out as well to scout across the map will confirm the lack of expansion and will also confirm the early spawning pool. As the probe does dip in, and the probe does confirm. Once again, there's the pool, no gases. Back at home, the drone. Oh god, the drone has arrived. Mute, how does he respond? Does pull an extra worker, and is going to attempt to hold off, but the hatchery gets placed, the probe out of position, and that will disrupt the SimCity. Now, once again, it's going to be a forge response. Now, this time, a forge is warranted because of the proxy hatchery, but it's still easier said than done to defend. We need zealots. First zealot is out, second zealot needs to be on the way. But Mute, he's supply blocked. That second pylon is late. And pylon is late. Second zealot is late as well. Cyber was finishing. Do you have cannons in production? But the gateway is going to go down. No. Now, I was hoping for a longer series, especially on Snowpiercer as well, but the gateway is going to fall, and here it comes. The boys. The boys are being pulled. 3-point is sending everything across the map. He's getting on top of the zealot. No, that's around. No! The zealot not quite in position. The wall is wide open, and the wall has been broken. The wall has been broken. 3-point, he breaks the natural. The boys have arrived. GG gets called, and 3 points will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. I apologize for not updating the score in game. Things just popped off immediately. they just popped off immediately, and with that, GG, well played. 3-point, he will take the series very fast 2-0. I mean, game 1 got in towards a longer game state, but again, Mute, he was kind of limping his way into that mid game or into that longer game. Alas, here 3-point was just able to pop off, able to take the series, and able to come out on top. GG, well played. 3-point will take it. And now we can finally take a look at the bracket. Exclamation mark, be in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. We have some catching up to do. Let us embrace the matches to come.